right? There's so many great agents that are willing to give information for free. It's the vendors that come in, and speaking as a vendor, that come in and just ruin it all because they just go straight to how do I monetize, right? This is, I want to make money. I want to make money. I want to make money instead of trying to solve the problem for them. Honestly, to me, the biggest problem in the insurance side is vendors gatekeeping information. Like, it drives me absolutely crazy. If you have something that can solve a problem for somebody and you're, hey, pay me $500, like Patrick said, and here's this pipeline from Agency Zoom, or here's this automation cycle, or whatever it is. And to your credit, like, give that away. Like, tell people, hey, this is what I'm doing. This is how I built out this service pipeline. I know that was one of the emphases that Patrick went over this last weekend in Kansas City. It was like, hey, here's the service pipeline. This is what we're doing. This is how it works for us. If you want it, here you go. I'll teach you how I use it. And, same thing to you, to your point too, like, become that subject matter expert. I think as far as the agents go inside the insurance industry, people like yourself, David, like Patrick McBride, like Billy Wagner, like JC Wagaman, right? There's so many great agents that are willing to give information for free. It's the vendors that come in, and speaking as a vendor, that come in and just ruin it all because they just go straight to how do I monetize, right? This is, I want to make money. I want to make money. I want to make money instead of trying to solve the problem for them. And I think, earlier you kind of mentioned, asked like our fit, our ideal client or whatever. And it's not the agents that can go in and actually implement the stuff, right? Like, Patrick's probably not a very good fit for us because he can go in and he can actually do all the stuff, and he likes doing all that stuff. Makes him a great fit to run this, but maybe not so much as as an actual client. So if we give away information and we give away a pipeline, what harm is it to us? The person that's going to implement that themselves wasn't going to be a client for us anyway. But the agent that had absolutely no idea that was possible, they have no time, desire, energy, will, whatever, to learn how to do that. Now they're going to see it and come and say, oh, you did this. What else can you do that could, possibly help me? And then, like you said, be that subject matter expert that way.
I'll tell you what, man, one of the best examples that I could think of from a marketing standpoint and how to get people involved is HubSpot. They have done a ridiculous job, man.
Mm-hmm.
If you look for anything at all, almost on the internet, they're going to have a very highly ranked blog that's going to get you into their ecosystem. Email signatures, Google email signatures. They have a HubSpot email signature tool. It's free, whether you use their thing or not. But if you look at how they've built the company, the whole thing's built off of their CRM that they give you for free. Now, is it the same thing as a fully customizable version of HubSpot? No, but it works. Like, yep. I know a lot of agents and like producers. Maybe there's a producer out there who's in an agency that doesn't support them from an automation or a CRM standpoint. The free HubSpot CRM is at least a way for them to manage contacts, right? But if you look at it from the marketing perspective, HubSpot gets you into their CRM and they just get you addicted to it. And then they want to give you something. Here, let me give you sales. Let me give you service. Let me, and then that's where you buy stuff. And I think that it's just genius, man. I mean, anybody who understands marketing understands that you have to give away something incredible to be able to convert, right? Look at what Alex Hormozi talks about. Look at what Russell Brunson talks about with the most incredible free gift ever. And if you look at it, like what's Hormozi saying, 100 million offers? You have to offer something so crazy that they feel stupid if they say no. That's what you have to do. And I can tell you right now, you're going to see the logos that came out. You're going to see that in my own ecosystem, I am redeveloping everything and going to do a complete different journey to get from starting point to killing commercial to a new top tier in-person live mastermind to whatever. But my funnel is going to be built just along those lines because I have the ability to do it. I was sitting there reading Linchpin. I'd never read anything Russell Brunson wrote, and I picked up Linchpin because somebody told me to go get it. And I'm like, all right, I'll read it. And I'll never forget it. I was sitting on a plane, and I get done, and I just sat there for like 5 minutes, and I'm thinking to myself, I've already got all the pieces to the puzzle. I just didn't have the instructions. And I told Andrea, I said, this is going to change everything for how this whole thing works at this point, because I just know, like, this is one of the times where I've got a feeling and I know that the feeling is right. And she said, well, how can you be so certain? I said, because I grew up playing with Legos when you just had like, I remember my Legos were in one of those old plastic 5-quart ice cream buckets that my mom washed out after we got done with the ice cream. And it was a great place to store the Legos. I didn't have instructions. I just built crap with it, right? But now with my kids, they have step-by-step instructions. I can blow through Legos and actually make it look like what it's supposed to look like. So from my perspective, I've had every ounce of what I need to put this strategy in place for my own stuff. I just didn't have the roadmap to do it. And then I read that book. You got me, Brunson. You got me. I knew you were going to get me. You still got me. I went back and I bought the other box set of his first 3 books. And then I picked up the 2 books from Alex Hormozi, and I'm reading this stuff, and it's like, this is all 100% legit, basically saying very similar things, just with a different flavor to it. Mm-hmm. But I mean, I think it's really, really interesting when you look at those things.